I'm Paul Toews. I teach at Fresno Pacific University, and we are here in Oaks interviewing Andre Savin. Andre Savin is a professor of history and a research associate at the Institute of History, the Siberian branch of the Russian Academy of Sciences. Some years ago, in memory of Peter Dick and his family, we started a project entitled the Siberian Mennonite Research Project. That project initially envisioned that Dr. Savin would visit archives across Siberia and Central Archives in St. Petersburg and Moscow in order to identify and locate abstract files pertaining to the Siberian Mennonite story. It's been a rich association for a number of years now. Dr. Savin compiled a list of what he considered to be the 1,000 most important files dealing with the Russian Mennonite story as it unfolded in Siberia. Then we have published a second volume, or Dr. Savin has published a second volume, a volume of documents. The first volume was essentially these abstracts with a few documents. Here is a more than 700-page collection of documents, and volume 3 is in process. So, Dr. Savin, what interested you in this project to begin with? How did you become interested in Mennonites, a small group?
Доктор Савин, каким образом вы заинтересовались историей меннонитов, такой маленькой группы?
Все на самом деле очень просто. Когда я учился еще в Новосибирском государственном университете, то очень неплохо говорил по-немецки. И доктор Фатер предложил тему «Немцы в Сибири». Это был 91 год, это был конец Советского Союза, это было начало Великой архивной революции, когда документы для историков стали доступны. Вот. И я стал заниматься историей немцев в Сибири.
Our translator is Olga Shmakina. Our translator lives in Zaporizhia and in Fresno, California. Zaporizhia, Ukraine, in Fresno, California.
Ну, отвечая на ваш... Answering to your question, I should say that I came to this subject, it's kind of everything happened very simply, nothing complicated. I was just finishing my studies in the university, and I knew German a little bit, and my professor,
Dr. Father,
he said, why won't you...
Professor Shishkin.
Oh, Professor Shishkin. He said, why won't you take this subject, such an interesting subject, you know, the German language. And you know, it was kind of the time also, this early 90s, this was really the time when this research became possible.
А тот, кто занимается немцами, тот неожиданно узнает, что существовали и существуют такие люди, как меннониты.
You know, those researchers who deal with the German history, they inevitably will learn that there were such people as Mennonites.
Для меня это действительно было в 91 году открытие.
You know, it was a discovery for me that I made in 1991.
Что в моей Сибири живут еще и меннониты.
Yeah, now I learned that in Siberia, in my Siberia, there is such population as Mennonites.
А потом через знакомство с документами, пришло уважение к тем людям, о которых в этих документах было написано.
And you know, through the documents, reading documents, I developed respect for those people who were described in those documents.
Потому что я узнал, что это были мужественные люди.
I learned that those people were very courageous.
Это были люди, которые в 20-е годы в Сибири занимались совершенно я думаю, очень интересными вещами. Они смогли разводить племенной скот, они могли селекционное зерно.
You
Да?
know, I learned, for example, that in the 1920s in Siberia, these people were developing new source of grain. They were raising, breeding pedigree cattle.
Они не хотели зависеть от государства.
No, they didn't want to be dependent on the state.
У них были свои собственные школы.
So they built their own schools.
И я с удивлением для себя обнаружил, что до 29-го года, до знаменитого Великого Перелома, эта деревня просто не была советской.
And I discovered that till 1929, to this important year of transition from one period of history to another period of history, this village wasn't a Soviet village where Mennonites lived.
Вот, и когда я действительно, так сказать, об этом узнал, сам из документов.
So I learned it myself from reading documents.
Это было начало большой любви.
And this was the beginning of my big love for Mennonites.
This volume, what period of time do you cover?
Какой период времени покрывает это?
Этот с 20 по 41 год.
This book covers a period from 1920 to 1941.
And what is projected for the third volume?
А что вы планируете включить в третий том?
В третий том войдут документы 50-х, 80-х годов, то есть до 91 года.
To include the documents starting from 1950s till early 1990s.
So in the volumes we will have documents for the entire Soviet period, from essentially from 1920 to 1991.
Да, это, я полагаю, что это будет действительно не имеющее аналогов, такое собрание документов, посвященное истории отдельной группы населения, в данном случае этноконфессиональной группы населения.
Yes, a kind of unique publication. I even don't know some other publication that we compare to this. That's 3 volumes of documents dedicated to one group, ethnic group of Mennonites.
It's a project that has received the attention of numerous scholars. I think the international respect for Dr. Savin's work is really remarkable from Europe, from North America, from across Russia and elsewhere. There is a recognition of the significance of this project, and we're delighted that you can continue, and that we look forward to the subsequent publication of documents and hopefully also a more interpretive monograph that will be the result of your working with these materials.